I just came back from having dinner at Toro Toro, which is located in the Intercontinental Hotel in Miami by celebrity and well-known chef Richard Sandoval. It is their 10th year anniversary, and I just happened to be in town for their anniversary. So I had to go and try it out for myself. Let me tell you how it was. First, it started out with the bread. The bread was pan de bono with a ricotta sauce. Pan de bono with a ricotta sauce. Well, let me tell you about this. These little two pieces of bread were delicious in of itself. Remember, when I rate restaurants, I do it on a scale of 1 to 5. The sauce was a little bit had a little bit of heat, not too much. It was just perfect. The bread was not too doughy. It was flavorful in of itself. And honestly speaking, I rather had those two little pieces of bread than sometimes when you go to restaurants, they have these big baskets of bread, and especially since I'm eating by myself, I could not be able to finish a big basket of bread like that. So having those two pieces of bread, especially by myself, was just perfect. It tasted really good, and so I had to give it a 5 out of 5. It was delicious, especially with the sauce, and the sauce just gave it a little bit of heat and just a little bit different than just having butter. So I love that element to the bread that what they brought to the table. Now, next, I decided to have an appetizer, and I had the sweet empanada. This thing was good. It had in it, let me just read off some of the ingredients: the ají amarillo, avocado puree, machego cheese, and chimichurri sauce. This thing was delicious. The crust on the pastry was a little bit flaky. It wasn't hard to cut through with a knife. The flavors were so balanced. Everything just came together so well. It was so delicious. It was surprisingly delicious, actually, because when it came to the table, I just thought it almost looked like, like a small patty or something. I didn't think it was going to taste the way that it did. And I've had empanadas before. I just did not think that this was going to be as flavorful as it was. I was so surprised at how good it tasted. And so because of these flavors, the balance of the flavors, the sweetness of the corn, I had to give this appetizer, a 5 out of 5. It was really good. Now, so tonight was a limited menu because it was their 10th year anniversary. And so they tried to do the best of things that they've had throughout the years. So some of these things I am sure that you'll be able to find on their menus going forward, especially this entree, which I'm going to tell you about now. So for my entree, I had the Cusco half chicken. Let me tell you of the ingredients of the chicken: achiote marinated, Criollo salsa, mashed potatoes, and broccolini. This thing, when I tell you this thing was so delicious. First of all, the chicken was flavorful through and through. The chicken also was not dry. It was very moist. And so, sometimes you go to a restaurant, especially you hear half chicken. Sometimes it can be a little bit dry. Some parts of it could be dry. Some parts of it could be moist. But this half chicken was moist through and through. The mashed potatoes was very creamy. The balance of flavors, once again, there was a little bit of heat in the dish as well, and it just balanced so well. It was just a delicious dish. I had to give it, once again, a 5 out of 5. It was such a great meal. The ambiance was just great. It was very dimly lit, so some of the pictures that you see that I took seemed like it didn't have much light because it was dimly lit. It was very intimate environment. They did have music going on, a DJ going on there, and asked the waiter if they have the DJ only for this night or other nights. He said that they have the DJ for a lot of the nights, maybe except for Monday and Tuesday. They'll have the DJ, so they will have music going on. I didn't really feel like couples had issues next to me of having to speak louder because they couldn't hear themselves. So it wasn't really overpowering, especially in the part of the restaurant where I was sitting. The service was great. My waiter was Carlos, and so he was great. The service, they were attentive, and I just loved the restaurant overall. The service, the atmosphere. I thought it was a great restaurant. So I had to give everything just a 5 out of 5. I would definitely go back there after having the bread, the appetizer, and the main course. I was so stuffed. I really wanted to try one of their desserts. They had 2 desserts on the menu for tonight, and I really want to try one of their desserts, but I was so stuffed I couldn't try anything more than what it was. So it was a really pleasant experience. And if you come to Miami, if you are in the area, I hope you come and try out Toro Toro at the Intercontinental in Miami. Have you ever been here before? First of all, if you have been here before, let me know what you thought. What did you eat? What did you like? What you did not like? Also, if you would think that you would like to come here and visit this restaurant, let me know also in the comments. And do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, click on the notification bell, family, to be informed of future posts. And until next time, happy travels.